Welcome back, my dear students. As we are studying the chapter IC engines, in that many times we need to study the comparisons. Usually there are two variety of comparisons are coming here now. When we are comparing petrol engines and diesel engines, one side if I take a petrol engine here, on the one side if I take the diesel engine, if I take here, so then how we can compare this one? In case of the petrol engine, as we know, petrol is fuel. Here it is a diesel. Very important this one. And next one, coming to this one, this petrol engine always it will work on the Otto cycle here. So it is a Otto cycle, means it is a constant volume cycle. P is equal to C. It is working on the diesel cycle here. It is working on the diesel cycle here. Third one is, as in case of the petrol engines here, we are using a spark plug here. It is a SP. Here we are using a fuel injector. Fuel injector using in place of the spark plug. That fuel injector is using here. And in case of the petrol engine, through in suction, that is in the inlet valve, the fuel plus air, that charge is coming. It is a fuel plus that air is coming inside. But here, in case of the diesel engine, only air is coming here. Air is coming. And fifth one, if you are taken the compression ratio, the compression ratio CR is there. It is about it is 4 to up to 10, 4 to 10 that compression ratio. It is very high here now, very high that the compression ratio we are getting here. That is 12 to 22 that compression ratio we are getting in case of the diesel engine here. And next one, as we see, in case of the petrol engine, usually the maintenance, because that maintenance is very less here now. So maintenance here, less maintenance here, and here it is a more maintenance in case of the diesel engines, what we are finding here now. And next one is coming to the point of the pollution here now. Coming to the point of that pollution here now, definitely the petrol engine is there. That petrol engine, it will produce somewhat more that pollution than the diesel here now. That pollution here now, it is more here, and here it is less pollution what we can take here in this case. Next one, coming to the point of the efficiency here now. The mechanical efficiency is very high in case of the petrol engine. Mechanical efficiency is more here, that mechanical efficiency is less here. The next one is similarly the thermal efficiencies. The thermal efficiency in case of the petrol is also it is very high, because petrol is having that calorific value is more for the petrol here now. So therefore here more here now, the thermal efficiency it is less here in this case here now. Likewise, already we have discussed some more that difference here in case of the petrol engine and a diesel engine. If we compare, that means based on the fuel, if we compare petrol engine and diesel engine, this is a comparison what we can see here now. The next one, another one type of that comparison is that is a 2-stroke and 4-stroke here. So if I take 4-stroke here, it is a 4-stroke here and one side, and 2-stroke here it is a other side here. 2-stroke at other side if I take here now, then how we can compare this one here. As we know, already we have studied that the 4-stroke how it is working and 2-stroke how it is working and how that is made here now. The main difference is here now. In case of this 4-stroke, the power generation is there here now. Power generation. So for 2 cycle, for 2 cycle of the crank, that is power generation is there here, power for the 2 revolution of the crank here. Here it is power generation for 1 revolution. It is for 1 revolution of the crank that power generation will be takes place. Here there are 4 strokes are taking place here now separately. What are that one now? 4 strokes are there here. Here it is a 2 strokes are there here. 4 strokes means the piston is moving from top dead center to bottom dead center 4 times here. 4 times it is moving. For the 4 times 4 strokes are taking place. Suction, compression, expansion and exhaust that stroke here. But whereas in case of the 2 stroke, piston will move only 2 times, top dead center to bottom, bottom to top, only 2 times. In that 2 times only, all that 4 strokes are there, it will be completed. Suction, compression, as well as that expansion, as well as exhaust, all will complete in a 2 stroke only here in this case. So next one here, coming to this one now, that in case of the maintenance here now, here that valves are present here, valves will present here, the ports are present here, ports are there. And next one is the valves, because of the valves are present here now, so maintenance here now, that opening and closing of the valve and all, the maintenance cost is very high here now. Maintenance that cost is, it is a very high here, and maintenance cost is less here in this case. And next one is the design of that IC engine, cylinder, crankcase and all. The design is complicated here in the 2 stroke because ports are made inside that cylinder cell here. So therefore the design is simple here. Design of cylinder is simple here now. It is complicated here now. Complicated because ports are made inside the cylinder itself. So therefore design is complicated in case of the 2 stroke here now. Coming to the pollution here now. So pollution is very less in the 4 stroke here. That pollution is here. Pollution is less here now. The pollution is, it is more here now. Pollution. Why it is more here? And why it is more in case of the 2 stroke here? Because that the transport port it is there here now. It will open when the exhaust port is also open. Sometimes it will happen. So therefore the fresh charge is there. Unburnt hydrocarbons are there. They are going through that exhaust port also. So therefore particulate matters are there. They are very high. Smoke is very high in case of the 2 stroke than the 4 stroke here in this case. So therefore nowadays, as concerned to that pollution, we are not using the 2 stroke here. We are using the 4 stroke. 4 stroke is recommended nowadays. So next one. So coming to the point here now, power here now. The power is per the total cycle. That power is less here now. Per cycle we are taking here now. The per cycle, that power is here now. Power is more per cycle here. Per cycle has to be taken. Why? Because that only 1 revolution of the crank we are getting that power here. So therefore, so the more power we can get that in 1 revolution of that crank in case of the 2 stroke, and less power per that total 2 revolution of the crank we are getting here now. So therefore per cycle that the power is less 4 stroke in 4 stroke and more in case of the 2 stroke here. So next one, if I take to that somewhat in efficiency side, if I take somewhat in comparison here, the mechanical efficiency is, it is very less here now. Mechanical efficiency is less. Why? Because there are more number of moving parts are there. The valves movement it is there, cam arrangement it is there, it is connected. So therefore the mechanical efficiency is there, it is very less in case of the 4 stroke, and same mechanical efficiency is somewhat it is a more in case of the 2 stroke here in this case. So this is about the efficiency. And thermal efficiency, if we took that thermal efficiency usually in case of the 4 stroke it is very high. So the thermal efficiency is high here and thermal efficiency is less. Why? Because in case of the 2 stroke here, some that unused that fuel particles that is not burnt at all, So that will be goes as it is without burning, without converting the power as it is, it will goes to this one. So that process is also called as the scavenging. Scavenging means what? The scavenging means through the transport port, the fresh charge, it will replaces that already that the exhaust gas or waste gas available in that one. So that will be replaces, it will goes to the exhaust gas through. It is process is called as the scavenging here. Scavenging, that process is taking place. The scavenging is more here. More means very high in case of the two-stroke. Almost it is nil. That scavenging is there. That the scavenging is a process very nil here. Scavenging is more in case of the two-stroke here in this case. So thermal efficiency is also very high in case of the four-stroke here in this case. These are some that comparisons of the four-stroke and two-stroke. We have to compare, for comparison of the four-stroke, two-stroke, or a comparison of the petrol or diesel engine. This comparison will comes based on the understanding of the working principle what we have studied. So therefore, see that, understand the concept of four-stroke and two-stroke for the different fuels, two-stroke, fuel, diesel and petrol. Definitely that comparison will comes very easily here in this case. So with this is about that IC engine chapter. So please go through that snaps of the textbook what I am sending, and also refer that video lectures sequentially, one on the other, as I am sending the sequence also now. So therefore, please watch video lectures, refer the textbook notes, be confident on the topic to solve the numericals here. Thank you very much.